Vikings versus Eagles. Corey, who you got?
All right. Coaching, I guess, goes to Sirianni by default because he's not a rookie head coach.
Yeah.
Great analysis there. I know.
Yeah.
Offensively, I know Minnesota has Justin Jefferson, who just went off on the Vikings. By the end of the season, he may very well be unquestionably the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Okay.
AJ Brown showed up last week too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Thielen is probably on more the back end of his career. I think Devontae Smith is a much better wide receiver too than Thielen at this stage in their careers. I think Philly has the better tight end, and Minnesota has the better running back. But I think with the unit on a whole, I would give the slight edge to Philadelphia.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Defensively, I mean, on paper, I would say Philadelphia. They got better all three levels of that defense. They added talent. But in practice, Minnesota's defense looked really good this past week. They look sharper. I'm going to lean Minnesota defensively.
Okay.
Overall, I think it'll be a really fun game. It's going to, I think, a first real test for Jalen Hurts to see how he has really progressed as a quarterback this year. And I think he's going to have to get more than AJ Brown involved. And I don't really have a great reason for doing it, but I think Philly edges out this game. And I'm gonna say Philadelphia 31-28.
Ooh. All right. Craig. Vikings versus Eagles. Who you got?
All right. Well, as far as coaching wise goes, I mean, I'm going with Sirianni just because he was there a little bit longer. And obviously led his team to the playoffs last year, so it's got to count for something. On the offensive side, this is tough because you got Kirk Cousins, who's a really good quarterback, above average quarterback. The wide receivers, especially with Justin Jefferson, and then you have Dalvin Cook. But on the Eagles side, they finally, I know he didn't get a lot of touches, and I've been like high on Miles Sanders for a while, but when he gets touches, he didn't get a lot of touches last week, but he made the most of them, and he got a rushing touchdown. He didn't have a rushing touchdown all of last season, so I thought that is like foreshadowing to what I think is going to be a good season for him if he can stay healthy. And Jalen Hurts played, he played good. He played well. Devontae Smith didn't do anything, but I kind of expect that to change throughout the rest of the season. Kind of like, Adam Thielen didn't do anything in the first game, but I kind of expect that to change throughout the rest of the season as well. Yeah. Corey mentioned the tight end, like Goddard is a better tight end than Irv Smith. So I'm slightly going with the Eagles. Like I know that they had the better running back, they had the better wide receiver, but I just think the Eagles have a better offensive line, better tight end. I think the running backs, with Dalvin Cook not producing like he has been in recent years, I'm going with the Eagles slightly. Defensive side, I'm going with just based off of how they played in week one. And I know that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any wide receivers, and the offense just was stagnant. But I think that Minnesota's defense really did a phenomenal job in shutting down the offense of the Packers. Now maybe in a couple of weeks when they play again, it might change, but I thought their offense looked pretty good versus I know some garbage late, like not garbage, but like later they had the game pretty much sewn up and they gave up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But the Eagles defense, could have been a lot better. I thought they were I picked them in fantasy but I also thought they were going to lose that game. So I just thought the defense is going to play better overall. Maybe they'll get going in this game, but I'm going with the Vikings. Now, I did pick the Eagles to lose last week, and then to reverse that, and then win the following week against the Vikings.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did pick
I
them.
thought they were going to lose to the Lions, honestly.
They almost did.
I know, right? But I'm going with the Eagles. I think they'll be able to pull it out. I think Jalen Hurts makes some plays with his legs. I think the defense maybe gets like a pick here and there off of Cousins, and I think they'll be able to win the game. I got them winning 27-24.
All right, Mo.
All right. Ugh. Philly versus the Vikings. Coach, we'll go ahead and go with Philly coach Sirianni. We'll go ahead and go with him just off of him being the more seasoned coach. Offense. Ooh. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Overall, and I'm doing this strictly off a quarterback. I'm going this strictly off a quarterback. No respect to Jalen Hurts, but I'm going off a quarterback. I think outside of Jordan Jefferson, I think the receivers are kind of even. Running game is kind of even. Cook's been kind of declining.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look good week one, but I'll still go Minnesota off of Kirk Cousins being better than Hurts. Defensively, I'm gonna go with Philly. I'm gonna stay consistent. If I'm gonna stay Miami with his gut punch time, it's time to let him hang. I think with Philly, it's time to let it hang. You see Dak out. If you're gonna take this division, if you're gonna show that you're for real, these are the type games in the prime time that you have to win. So I'm gonna say Philly in a very close game, a very physical game. I'm gonna say Philly. This might shock y'all, but I'm gonna say Philly 20-17.
Man, low scoring. Okay, coaches. I got to give it to Nick Sirianni. I mean, his team made the playoffs last year. You know, that's got to count for some. First year head coach making the playoffs is pretty big. So I think he has it. Now next year it'll be a difference because Kevin O'Connell will have experience and he might go to the playoffs too. So, we'll see next year if they match up how that discussion goes. Offense. This is good, man. I mean, I gotta go with Minnesota's offense, man. They got Dalvin Cook. You got Justin Jefferson. Right now, he said he wanted to be best receiver in the NFL, and he's making a case in point. And then, they have Adam Thielen, Irv Smith. I just think your offense is better, and I think Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Come on, guys. I've said it multiple times. You know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. It is what it is. That's just how I feel. So I think that, I think that he'll be. I think the offense is better. Is it that much better? Corey, you're right. Devontae Smith needs to get involved more, which is very surprising he's not. But, Hurts needs to divide the ball around, and that could be his weakness or inexperience. But we'll see. Defense. Philly has a good defense, but that Minnesota defense looked good, but it was against Green Bay. Green Bay is going to hit you with the relax, which is fair. This is defenses. I'm going to give it to Eagles. I think they overall have a better defense than Minnesota, so I'm going to have to go with them. The game, I think this is going to be a really good game. But I just don't know what the Eagles are going to do with Justin Jefferson. I think O'Connell's going to dial up a good game plan. I do think the Eagles are going to have a really good record this season. I just don't have them beating the Vikings. I think the Vikings This is going to be a really good game. I wish we could see this game later in the season, like around week 8 or 9. I think that would be really good. This would be, seeding implications and, conference standings and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go Minnesota. I'm not gonna go as low scoring as Mo did. So I have the Vikings 28 and Philadelphia 20.